and preparing for battle. Each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. In this game, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. The Twin Towers, Mobley and Allen, the combo inside. Sam Merrill out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3, small forward. And for the Celtics, their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Then it's Jaylen Brown. And it's Queta in at the center position. There's always going to be player movement in the offseason. I have to imagine some of those guys are still meshing with their new team, Grant.
Well, it depends on the player, B.A. With young guys, it can take more time to adapt. But for the veterans, they know what their game is about by this point.
Now here's Pritchard. Really played well against New Orleans in his last game. Gonzalez passes to Pritchard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good work there as it goes.
Oh, he's flexing on that finish. These kind of buckets get Brown going.
Now Mitchell. Playing Detroit, he was nearly unstoppable. On the take. Mobley outside. They get it back. Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Oh, yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Pritchard, the pass to White. And the three-pointer goes.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. It's a three-point game. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
In that one, the other team could not keep up with them offensively. They were prolific.
And on top of probably having the better talent, they never let up. Great effort, great win.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. I asked about what he was planning to do about the athletic and energetic Evan Mobley. Coach said, my guys have studied the reports, we reviewed the film, we are as prepared for him as we can be. Now, if our whole team could also grow another 3 inches, then we'd really be in good shape. Coach had jokes, but he also has a plan. Guys?
Thanks for that, Allie. Oh, and a dunk by Brown!
Was it just me, or was there a little bit extra on that slam by Brown?
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
Boston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Gonzalez passes to Pritchard. And here's Brown for 3. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
Pass to Allen. Here's Mitchell. Launches a 3. Queta pulls it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Merrill with it. Now guarded by White. Fires the 3. The shot by Merrill, no good. Boston has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Count it, good.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Mobley outside. Back to Mitchell. Lets it go from deep. The rebound, Celtics. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
The bench production was huge, no doubt. A testament to how well prepared this coaching staff is for these tough road games.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Outside Hunter. Merrill outside. Out to Mobley. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Mitchell. Can they get it? Cleveland again missing.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Here's Brown. Pass to Gonzalez. White for 3. Drains the triple. White's got 6 points.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. And here we now get a look back on the best shot blockers in the NBA last season. Number 5 is Evan Mobley.
It's obvious that he completely dedicated himself to protecting the rim, doing everything he could to get his hands on as many shots as possible.
Here's Hunter. He's coming off a 13-point game against Detroit.
And he didn't just create offense for himself now. He did a tremendous job of setting up his teammates as well.
And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. They lead by 7. And this matchup with the Cavaliers, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, we saw how combative yet enjoyable last season's series was. 2 very excellent teams going at it.
It's always a marquee matchup on the schedule. I think it's going to be another fun set of games between them this year.
The Cavaliers have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, this summer, the entire Cavaliers executive front office staff received multi-year contract extensions. Over the last 3 years, Cleveland has had the 3rd best record in the association. Guys, and there's a sense that a culture is being created that is permeating every level of this organization.
You'd love to hear it. Okay, Shams, thanks for the update. Cavaliers trail by 12. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Hunter against Brown. Outside Hunter. Clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3. Hayda pulls it in.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Brown, and the jam by Brown.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
A nice shot by Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 2nd basket on the night.
Just such good control. Donovan Mitchell, oh, he's outstanding in that in-between area.
And here's Brown for 3, and he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
He's off to a fantastic start.
Merrill outside. Mobley outside. Fires it. And another basket for Cleveland.
That's great anticipation and accuracy by Mobley to set up his teammate.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something he needs to review with his guys. For Boston, Boucher's checked in for Cada. Tillman comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard. A different look for Cleveland. Boston leading by 13. Hauser right side. Fires from deep. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Cavaliers have twin towers with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Allen said when Evan was first drafted, there were a lot of questions on whether two big men could work together in the modern NBA. At this point, I think we've proved to everybody they're wrong. It's all working out, and every single year it gets better. Back to you guys.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. No doubt, Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve.
And that one falls for Simons. The floor is spaced for the Celtics, Richard, and they've launched threes at a record pace.
And when those shots are falling, they are tough to beat. But you live by the three, die by the three. Some say they settle when the shot's not falling.
There was so much excitement around the Cavs team last season, Richard. It ended up in disappointment.
Yeah, they cruised through the first round of the playoffs, but sometimes it's better to be challenged in the first round. It sets you up as you move forward.
Nance can't get it to go.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
19 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Simons. That one goes in.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Ball no good. And so it's the Boston Celtics with plenty of breathing room. 23 points to end the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
On the court right now for Cleveland, they've got Dean Wade. He's out there with Larry Nance. And it's Ball in at the shooting guard position. Here's Tyson. Still no points. Cleveland working the ball around now. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
And so Simons will bring it up for the Celtics. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game.
I'll tell you, Simons can really book it. When he's at full speed, good luck catching up.
And Cleveland has possession. Pass to Wade. This one for three. Boston with a rebound.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Simons. And the powerful one-handed slam.
I mean, he's just so electric. Simons putting on a show.
Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Ball passes to Nance. And here's Porter. Pass to Tyson. To the inside. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one on White.
Ferocious move there by Ball, finding his finish while also taking the foul.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
for Ball. And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Greg?
Well, B.A., they call them trap games. An opponent that, on paper, isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business?
For the Cavaliers, Hunter's checked in for Wade. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Tyson. And it's Merrill in for Porter Jr. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. White, good.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And Cleveland has possession. Ball outside. Outside Hunter. Takes the three. Here's Nance. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Those are some hustle points. Really bonus points when you put in a miss.
Outside White. Three-pointer. And the Celtics another three.
If you give him that kind of separation, he's going to take full advantage.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Pritchard comes in for Simons. All right, with this break, let's take a look at the teams that were the toughest to score against last year. The Celtics, second.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Hunter passes to Nance. Now here's Mitchell. Let's go with a three. Hauled in by Brown. Pass to Hauser. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Hauser's got 5 points now this quarter.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Mitchell, the pass to Ball. Now Nance. And here's Mitchell, defended by Brown. Shot clock at 6. Mitchell, the pass to Merrill. They grab their own miss. Here's Ball. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Boucher. All right, a moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Cleveland. On Friday, they'll head home to take on the Toronto Raptors. And then Sunday, they'll take on Kristaps Porzingis and the Atlanta Hawks.
And for that game against the 76ers, it's the 8th time they'll take the court in this fledgling season. They'll be prepared for a tough one there.
Allen, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Pritchard against Ball. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. The shot by Merrill, no good. For Boston, they've gotten off to a sensational 5-for-5 start in the second quarter. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, B.A. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
Hauser can't get it to go. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
When you combine his length and leaping ability, Allen is a ridiculous lob threat.
Boston's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Back to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. On the wing, Hauser. There's the three. Pure from three-point range. Hauser's got 11.
I just love the ball movement.
For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. From deep, hits a three-pointer.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Brown. After Cleveland. Okay, knockout.
Wow. And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting 45% here in the second. Cleveland calls timeout.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Yeah, we can see over here, the coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
Checked in for Boucher. Tillman comes in for Hauser. And Simon has subbed in for Derek White. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Mobley, he's checked in for Ball. Allen, the pass to Hunter. Now Mitchell. Pass to Mobley. Outside Hunter. Sinks it from distance. Hunter's got his second bucket of the night.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Coach Kenny Atkinson demanding that Evan Mobley stay in attack mode the entire game. And Mobley said, I have a lot of different skill sets that I can bring to the table. Being out there and challenging myself is going to sharpen them and get them where they need to be. Brian?
On the rise. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this. They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
And here are the Cavaliers now, following the bucket by Boston. Mobley outside. Back to Hunter. 4-3. And it's Tillman with a rebound. Boston has got it going from distance in the second quarter. 4 of 5 from deep. Brown. Pritchard from outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to it.
Yes, Peyton Pritchard doing it at the NBA level. But he was a beast in the college ranks too, Richard.
All-time leader in games played, minutes, and assists in his conference. The only player to reach 1,900 points, 600 assists, and 500 rebounds in the conference. You know, that's pretty tough.
Brown, no good.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
Merrill passes to Mitchell. He drops it from range. Mitchell's got his third basket on the night right there.
And you got to be right up on Mitchell or else he will punish you right off the catch.
Up top, Pritchard. Back to Brown. Pass to Pritchard. To the middle. Here's Simons. And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Back to Mitchell. The 15-footer. And it's Tillman with a rebound. Tillman's got 5 rebounds in the game.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Sinks the tray. Simons has got 11 here in the quarter alone.
He's lighting them up. Tough to strategize a comeback when you're being run over.
And Mitchell with the slam.
Now the defense has no answer for Mitchell's leaping ability. This man goes up and he will put it down on you quick.
Pritchard, the pass to Tillman. Back to Pritchard. There's Simons with a 3. And the Celtics another 3.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drained a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And so it's the Boston Celtics holding a massive 34-point lead to end the quarter. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be back in a moment.
Good to see you, and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well, first off, they're getting worked on the glass. Maybe I need to go down there and show them how to establish position.
Uh-oh, Dr. O'Neill's School of Rebounding in session. Okay, switching gears. Let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings thus far.
I think for Cleveland, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the 3rd quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's Queta in at the 5. That's the Boston 5. And it's Mitchell, the miss.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And here's Brown for 3. Cavaliers with a rebound. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. And here's Hunter for 3. Gonzalez pulls it in. So it's Boston now. You know, for a team that's had deep playoff runs almost every year recently, the Celtics fell short last season, RJ.
Well, injuries and other factors played into that. But there's so much parity in the NBA right now. There is no team invincible come playoff time.
And that one's good.
Mitchell is so efficient and crafty inside that paint. Sometimes you forget he's only 6'2".
Outside, Brown. The 3 is up. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Allen's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Hunter. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. And a chance now to look at the highest scoring teams in the league from last season. The Cavaliers, number 1.
The way this team played on the offensive end last year was remarkable. Seemed like every night they got everything they wanted and then some.
And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Right around a minute and a half played in the 3rd quarter. Nice ball movement by Boston. White on the wing for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. White's got 18 points in the game.
Got that one to go. Okay, now 1 for 4 to start the second half.
Allen, the pass to Merrill. Left side, Hunter. Back to Merrill. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Allen. Count that bucket. Give him 8 points now.
Fantastic work from Allen, taking the contact on the chin, burying the shot.
And here's Pritchard. Here's the 3. Drills it from deep.
A dozen consecutive points off of 3s. This defense looks rattled.
The Cavaliers have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Merrill outside. Back to Mitchell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mitchell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Pass to Gonzalez. Back to White. Now here's Brown from the arc. Mitchell grabs a miss. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And he drives in. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
They have no answer defensively inside.
When we talk about Donovan Mitchell, Richard, how impressed are you with his leadership?
He's been great. Every season, Mitchell has accepted more and more responsibility. He knows he's looked at as a leader, and his drive to win really motivates those around him.
And sometimes when a team trades a ton of picks for a star player, there's some buyer's remorse. But that has not been the case with the Cavs and Donovan Mitchell, Graham.
Yeah, he's been everything they hoped he would be, B.A. Not just dominating, but sacrificing as well.
And Cleveland has possession, following the 3 by Boston. Here's Mitchell, and he converts the layup. Mitchell's got 18 points in the game.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. On the wing, Hauser. There's the triple. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Down low. Knocked loose. Pritchard with a steal. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
The Cavaliers have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Mitchell, the pass to Hunter. Shoots over Brown. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. The Celtics have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Pass to Queta. Here's Pritchard. And here's Brown for 3. Mitchell grabs a miss. To the paint. Here's Hunter. Now Mitchell. Back to Hunter. And finished off by Hunter.
Precision pass into the post. Well-earned assist.
Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Brown, and he banks in the layup. Brown's got 25 points.
You see the confidence building in Brown offensively. First, it was taking over stretches. Now, it's taking over games.
Here's Allen. Give him 8. Outside Mitchell. Back to Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here's White. 18 points for him. Outside Pritchard. Pass to Brown. The 3. Another miss by Brown.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
And here's Hunter for 3. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pritchard from outside. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Allen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Merrill. From behind the arc. Connects from downtown. Mitchell's got 12 points in just the second half.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
The kick out to White. Here's Hauser. Knocks down the long K. Hauser's got 16 points.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And that one's good. Mitchell.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Pass to Keita. On the wing, Hauser. The three. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
And Mobley throws it down.
It's just too easy for Mobley. This man, he's quick off the floor. He's got a 7'4 wingspan. Look, this man finishes the way he was built.
And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. And here's Brown for three. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Mitchell misses. For Boston, they've gotten 7 of 16 shots to go so far in the third quarter. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. White's got 5 points in the quarter.
Changing ends quickly, scoring before the defense can set up. They've been doing it all game.
Yeah, and that's made a huge difference. They're making the most of the chances on the break. Transition buckets decide more games than people think.
Kept alive. Merrill outside. Knocks down the triple. Merrill's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
White for three. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one. And Mitchell puts up a deep three. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a gigantic 33-point lead at the close of the quarter. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court right now for Cleveland. Mitchell out there with Lonzo Ball. Then it's Larry Nance. Then there's Dean Wade. And it's Tyson in at the small forward position. A nice shot by Mitchell.
It's the strength of Mitchell. One of the strongest guards we might have ever seen.
And for the Celtics, they're shooting the ball incredibly well tonight. 73% from the floor.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. Here's Ball. Well, Richard, you would know something about this. Is the wing position the most important in the NBA right now?
I would say once we got to the point forward position of the Scottie Pippens, of the Penny Hardaways, it became the most important position in the NBA, and it still stands true.
The drive by Simons. Hauser outside. The three is up. Sends it home from three-point land. Hauser's got 22.
He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
A nice shot by Mitchell.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Shireman. And again, Boston with the triple.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And here's Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
Here's Shireman. Here's Hauser. And again, Boston with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The Cavaliers have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Nance against Boucher. Here's Tyson. Ball outside. 6 to shoot. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Ball's got 6 in the quarter.
That three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Boston's gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. And the basket by Shireman.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And last season, the Cavs were pretty healthy through the regular season, but that luck deserted them in the playoffs, Richard.
And I think that and that they didn't have a lot of competition in their first round matchup did not set them up to succeed.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first. And with an undersized backcourt and a towering front court, some had suggested the Cavs needed roster moves to balance things out a little, Grant.
Well, Mobley's growth as a shooter has quieted those concerns up front. But until they prove their mettle in the playoffs, there will be some questions.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Allen, he's checked in for Nance. Evan Mobley comes in for Wade. Hunter's checked in for Tyson. And it's Merrill in for Ball. Now here's Simons. Off target from outside. Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Oh, the hammer. Mobley, a powerful dude out there.
Here's Simons. And that one is stuffed right through.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
For Cleveland, they've gotten all 6 shots to fall in the fourth quarter. From deep, Mitchell gets the 3 to fall. Mitchell's got 10 points in the quarter.
Since halftime, they've been chucking up more shots from beyond the arc, trying to score in chunks.
Simon's shot is good.
He's just showing off tonight. Simon's an explosive scorer with great energy.
The Cavaliers have gotten all 7 of their shots to go. Impressive here in the fourth. Here's Mitchell. No good off the glass.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
Substitutions for the Celtics. Sam Hauser, Walsh.
Simons against Mitchell. And he comes up with a bucket. Simons got 26. Cleveland has gone 3 for 3 from downtown in this fourth quarter. Pass to Mitchell. Launches it. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
Just another day and another tray for Donovan Mitchell.
And so Simons will bring it up for the Celtics. Over Mitchell. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Outside Mitchell. Merrill passes to Mitchell. Cleveland working the ball around now. Now here's Allen, covered by Boucher. 5 to shoot. Here's Hunter. Again, Cleveland scores.
Yeah, I really like their game plan offensively coming out of the half. They've been efficient and effective, but they're still chasing the lead.
Here's Walsh. Pass to Minot. 3-pointer. Walsh can't get it to go. Now here's Merrill. He's covered by Simons. Outside Mitchell. Here's Allen. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
So much reach. Allen using that wingspan to his advantage.
Simons deciding where to go with it. Counted from distance. Hauser's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go into the next. You gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Boucher with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. Here's Minot. The three-pointer off the mark.
A little too aggressive on that shot. He's not the guy they want shooting those tough threes.
And Mobley throws it down.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Celtics.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next two matchups between these two should be fun.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Anthony Simons.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
And it's Allen who slams it home.
Talk about a high percentage look. Allen right at the rim.
Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
There's Simons with a three. He buries it from three.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Merrill passes to Mitchell. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
Tricky move by Mitchell with the pump fake, baiting the defender.
The line for the Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw is good from Mitchell. Both free throws good for Mitchell. 23 seconds left to play in the fourth. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
And here's Simons outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
So we see the Celtics taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And let's reveal our player of the game, Anthony Simons.